What is Yogasana? Moving your body for no reason, just to enjoy the movement, is Yogasana or is yoga. When you move your body without any reasoning, without any reasons, when you move your body with no purpose, when you move your body out of joy of movement, is yoga. Now all your tensioned muscles, all your unstretched muscles, everything gets relaxation. If you have a very adamant mind, non-flexible mind, sitting on the flexible body, even though the body is so flexible, you can't feel the flexibility of your body, because mind is the interpreter between you and the body. So the mind will never reveal your flexibility of your body to you. So it's at most important to make your mind more flexible than a body, so that things will be receiving to you as it is. So when you move your body out of no reason, out of joy, out of simply the joy of movement, you meet yoga, you meet the moment of Yogasana. We always move our body for a reason. We always move a body for something to achieve, something to grab, something to get it. But when you move your body for no purpose, out of mere joy of movement, you have an ability to move your hands, your legs, your body is such a joy and bliss. The mobility is joy. You can't realize that until your mobility is crippled. That is why before you start yogasanas, the purpose of yogasana has to be conceptualized properly, so that your movement of asanas will become mere a joy. When you train your body to move your body, movement of your body for a joy, eventually the body accommodate your movement to reflect the bliss inside you. That is why yogasana or yoga is a union of your mind and body. It's not just body. Same way, if you take pranayama, your complete relaxation of breathing is pranayama. If you are tensed in your mind and breathing, the breathing is not complete. Have a compassion of inhaling and compassion for exhaling as well. When you inhale, exhale is very normal. When you inhale, exhale is supposed to happen. When there is a life, there is a death. When you inhale, exhale need to be graceful. Have a compassion to inhale and have a compassion to exhale. Now you are doing pranayama. Look at the quality of a breathing. Look at the breathing itself. Witness the breathing itself. Inhale breathing with such a compassion, with such a zest, with a just respect, and exhale the breathing with the same respect. Now you are not only modifying your shariram, your body, your prana, but also you are modifying your mind. You have a complete respect for both the activities. You have a complete compassion for both inhaling and exhaling. You are now registering, you are now recording your attitude, you are modifying your attitude. Your modification of your mind is happening just by compassionately inhaling and compassionately exhaling. Now the pranayama is happening. Pranayama is a powerful tool to modify your mind, to modify your pattern of thinking. When you sit for a pranayama, have the respect and compassion to inhale and respect and compassion to exhale, and witness your breathing while you are inhaling and exhaling. That's all you have to do. Then when you come to a meditation part of it, meditation is for the inner world. So there is no achievement in the inner world as you have an achievement in the outer world. It's just opposite of the outer world. So there is no achievement in the inner world. It's a joy of bliss to just sit and watch and witness yourself and ponder or inquisite about your existence. Just mere joy of your existence is meditation. It's just a matter of how you beautifully contemplate and understand your existence in regards of coexisting with other elements in the world. Just thinking this can put you into the spot of or the space of meditation. So meditation is relaxing your tensed nerves. Meditation is let go your adamant thoughts. Meditation is relaxing your collection of mind. Meditation is let go for a moment your grip over your survival. Have a complete trust to let go your mind is meditation. There is no purpose. Mind always comes with a purpose. When you lose your mind, the purpose has lost. Now you fall in meditation. But when you are sitting for meditation, when you don't understand this, there is no way you fall into this space. That is why it is very important to understand. Before you meditate, understand why are you meditating and where you are going in meditation. If you have some goal and purpose and whatever it is for meditation, then you are again playing the same game of outer world. And your outer world game will never have an effect in the inner world because it's just opposite of your outer world. So all your techniques, all your mundane logic, all your mind logic will not work in the inner world. That is why your attitude, your knowledge, your whatsoever is no use in the inner world. So relax every part of your cells, every nerves you have, and all ideology, all the logic, whatsoever you accumulated so far. For a moment, hibernate those. For a moment, let it go. And sit in complete joy and pleasure of just by witnessing yourself. All you have to witness yourself for no reason, for no purpose, and just be engrossed, just be completely taken over by the mere joy of witness. Now something can happen to you is called meditation. When you lose the purpose of life in your mind or off your mind, you meet the space of meditation. As long as you hold that purpose, you hold that value, you hold that whatsoever in your mind, those things have no effect in the inner world. When you let go your strengthened thoughts, when you let go your precious collection of mind, you fall into meditation.